Jeff Fischel here at the Night of Legends for the ACC Digital Network with the legend from Georgia Tech, John Davis, a four-time Super Bowl member of the Buffalo Bills. Take me back to your Georgia Tech days. Why is this night so memorable for you and special for you?
I think it is more so than anything that the Georgia Tech was on the brink of maybe going back to the FCS, lower division, and I had a chance to come there with some other recruits and try to rebuild the program. And I think over the 4 years that I was there, we were able to set the foundation for it.
Now, I seem to recall reading a story. You were taking on Clemson and, of course, the Refrigerator Perry, and you got the nickname you played so well, the Refrigerator Mover.
Right. Well, I have to credit a lot of my offensive line for that, but there were a lot of times that I played one-on-one against William, and I did well. And I take great pride in the fact that I played a great game, and that for some reason Dave Kindred, one of the great writers in Atlanta, tabbed me the Refrigerator Mover, and it stuck with me ever since.
After Georgia Tech, you went on to a great career in the NFL, 4 Super Bowls, as I mentioned, with the Bills. What was that like getting back and back there every year? Of course, we know you guys didn't bring one home, but I think you've got the ring, right?
I do. We've got the Super Bowl 4 times. It's tough. You get there the first time where you lose by 1 point, and then you go back, and then it's the resiliency of that team that I think made that era so much fun and so good. And there are a lot of Hall of Famers off of that team, which I think speaks volumes of how great of a team that Buffalo Bills were during the early '90s. And wish we would have gotten one, but just didn't work out.
Yeah. Nonetheless, and you're right, an incredible era for a team to be able to go back 4 straight years. All right, now let's look ahead to the championship game. Georgia Tech back in there against an undefeated Florida State team. Break down the matchup for them.
You know what? I've got to plead ignorance on this a little bit. I've got a son who plays football at the Citadel, so I haven't watched Georgia Tech much this year. I did watch them a little bit last week against Georgia. It's my understanding that if they obviously no turnovers, and if we get a little bit of a passing game that opens it up a little bit, I think they'll be fine. But it goes back to the turnovers, it goes back to the penalties at inopportune times. I think Ted Roos done a great job with this defense, and I think that he's going to have some packages for Jameis and the offense of Florida State. I'm not being a homer. I think we have a legitimate shot of taking them down and going to a great bowl.
You haven't seen him much, but you'll be cheering hard for the Yellow Jackets Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
All right, John Davis, the legend from Georgia Tech this year. I'm Jeff Fischel. You're watching the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.